Hey, Teddy K here for Best Buy Plugin, and in this video review, we're going to take a look at the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, Samsung's latest flagship smartphone, well known for its larger 5.7-inch Super AMOLED display and the S Pen stylus. Now this time the screen has an edge, putting it very much in line with the S7 Edge, and the internal components, like the processor and the camera and overall glass-heavy design, are virtually the same too. Now the Note 7 does use a USB connector at the bottom, signaling the beginning of the end for Samsung and micro USB. You do get 64 gigs of internal storage plus a micro SD slot for expanding that up to 2 terabytes. That's pretty good. The body remains as much a fingerprint magnet as it's ever been, so be prepared to wipe it clean often, because I certainly had to. One thing about the body I do want to call out, though, is the curve along the back edge that makes the phone sit nicely in your hands. It is a nice feel, so well done, Samsung. By having the Edge display, Samsung naturally brought over the entire Edge interface, so what will have looked familiar in the S7 Edge is exactly the same here. I still find it a love it or leave it type of experience, but it's there in any case. The one strip I did appreciate adding was the data updater to keep me within my monthly limit. So also it's nice to have a little feature that you can use there. Of course, the Note 7's most unique feature is the S Pen. Samsung stylus gets better with each iteration, and I felt that way for this one too. But we're far off from pen and paper. Still, I can appreciate improvements that make a difference, like how colors now blend properly when drawing or painting. It may not be relevant to every user, but I came away painting more because of it, so that's just me. Other practical features have been included, like a real-time translation app where pointing the pen at a word will translate it on the fly. Using Google Translate as the provider, whatever languages that supports are basically made available here. So while widespread, it's not entirely universal. You're not going to get every language in the world covered here, but you're going to get a good portion of them. Plus, you need a data connection for the app and the pen to do their thing. So this won't, I was not able to work this offline, just so you know. Then we get to the iris scanner, another specific Note 7 feature. The idea here is simple. You have it read your eyes, and then you can unlock the phone from the lock screen by just looking at it. It's a bit off-putting at first, and is finicky with glasses and contacts, so it may not work very well if you wear either of those, but it is a neat way for unlocking the device. Now, for me personally, I found pressing the home button with a fingerprint scanner, as I've done with previous Galaxy devices, to be the more practical solution. It was a little faster for me, especially when you're using the phone on a table, for example, but it's there, and it is a pretty cool feature. Camera performance is exactly the same as the S7 and S7 Edge. There are no differences, or improvements, or surprises here. I will say, however, that learning to use the Pro mode is well worth it because of the manual control you have over shooting. Don't get me wrong, the Note 7 is perfectly capable of shooting great shots in auto mode as well, but of all the features that the camera offers, Pro mode is the one that you should spend time with because of the way that it handles challenging conditions. To sum it up, the Note 7 is one of the best phones available, but it's not